Hey everybody, Uncle Snusy here again. Just doing a daily update. Looks like we have a new contest going on for the next 3 days, the Greg Valentine and Friends contest. And then we also have the Wednesday daily objectives happening now. So the daily objectives for today are to complete a run of the Bronze Blitz and complete a run of the Diamond Blitz. And then there is now a Matt Hardy chapter in the limited time contests. So completing those two will complete the daily objectives. And then looking at the Greg Valentine contest, looks like you can get some points for increasing the talent level of any legendary superstar. There's 3 blitzes going on right now that are Greg Valentine blitzes, so there's points to be had there. And then you can collect up to 600 shards of Greg Valentine the Hammer. You get 2,500 per shard. I think that works out to about 1.5 million. Excuse me. And then we've got a contest where you can finally spend some DiBiase diamonds to get credit. So if this looks like a good contest for you, or as some people have mentioned on Discord, if you need some of those tokens now for developing your wrestlers, then now's as good a time as any to go ahead and spend those DiBiase diamonds and get some credit back in the form of some rewards from a contest. And then finally, of course, you can purchase coins in the store and spend those coins and get some credit. So the rewards for this guy, looks like we have the top tier is 10 million. You get a medallion, and that medallion you can use in the store to grab some wrestlers. That's a pretty typical reward for a contest that includes DiBiase diamonds. We saw that with the Zombie Page contest. If you had if you happen to have hoarded 10 million DiBiase diamonds, you could just spend all the DiBiase diamonds and then just collect every reward in the contest, right? So that looks like the top reward for this contest. We have a new wrestler, the Pirate Princess, and they have shards in here of her, although she requires 2,000 shards to get her. So this contest is not going to get you anywhere near that. The primary rewards for this contest are some ingots and some medals and straps. Let's take a look at the highest level strap we got here. All right, so highest is going to be epic. So no legendary straps, so nothing that you can put the plates on, but it does allow you to put the 4 medals on it. And this is for reality era women's reality era star. So probably some correlation to the Pirate Princess as well. She's probably a reality era star. There are some of these 4th tier medals in here, which is the highest potential medals you can get at this point. And then we got some 3rd tier, which is the more typical high level medals that you can get. And then we also have some second tier down here, but it's just 1,000 points for those. So that should be just spending some DiBiase diamonds. That should be easily obtainable for many people. Yeah, so looking at the back out here. So taking a look at these blitzes, every single one only has room for one person, and it's Greg Valentine. All by myself, don't wanna be all by myself anymore. All right, you're welcome, everybody. So there we go. So every single one of these blitzes requires Greg Valentine. And hey, guess what? Oh, come on, wake up. I don't have Greg Valentine. So that kind of leaves me out. He does need 400 shards to get him. And there is an opportunity to get some shards of him in these limited time tours. If you go down here to the Valentine and Friends tour, if you have Ric Flair, you can get some shards from him there. If you have Honky Tonk Man, you get some shards there, and Brutus Beefcake, you get some shards there. So I have plenty of Ric Flairs, so I can probably complete all 3 stages, normal, hard, and hell for that one, and collect shards there. Honky Tonk Man, I have Honky Tonk Man, but he's one of my fodder people, and my general rule when it comes to people that I use is fodder and blitzes and things. So you can see he's a 3-star gold, but he's only 570 talent. I don't typically develop a fodder character just to compete in a contest. If that fodder character has high value as a trainer or a coach, or as a tag link partner with another wrestler who's pretty good, I might make an exception. But typically, I will not develop a fodder character just to compete in a contest. And a good example of that would be Brutus Beefcake, right? Some may consider him a fodder character, but Brutus actually has quite a bit of value to showboats in that at up to 9k he can reduce those submission turns, right? So when your opponent's hitting you with a submission, you get out of it quicker, you lose less of your move points, and so it's easier to keep those moves charged and keep the attack going, right? So he has some value there. I haven't put a whole lot of work into him, so you know, I may consider, since he's definitely got value from my other wrestlers, I may consider go ahead and work on him a little bit while this contest is going on. I believe we have a Coin and Evo event coming up pretty soon. And so with a Coin and Evo event coming up, let's see. Yeah, so we have one coming up tomorrow, right? Which is going to be occurring during this contest. So, you know, I may throw some coin at him, try to level him up, maybe take him up to 3-star silver, and see how far I can get in the contest with that. But, you know, in terms of how hard I'm going to be pursuing this, since it's all focused around Greg Valentine, and I don't have Greg Valentine, unless somehow by some stroke of luck I happen to get Greg Valentine during the contest, I'm probably not going to go too crazy hard at this contest. I'll have to decide if it's worth even spending my diamonds to see how far I can get in this with just diamonds, if that's something I'm interested in doing or not. So I may just decide to save those diamonds and hope maybe next month's diamond event, or whenever the next diamond event occurs, might be a better one for me. So I think that's it. I'm going to poke around a little bit real quick before I drop off here. So there's nothing new in the Shelton tour, probably until next week. The Matt Hardy one's in here. We already talked about the Greg Valentine ones. So, yeah, I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else really to talk about. Oh, I said that, and then look, here we go. So, one last thing, the feud rosters are up, and it is a female feud. So, of course, you know, brand new wrestler right there. But here's your opportunity for a fill bonus. If any of you happen to get the Hall of Fame Lita, you got a chance for this bottom row to fill that, and then this row to fill this row. What do we got? China or the Technician Lita. Quite a few choices for this one. And finally this spot, you have to have a Bella. Okay. So, you know, if you have a Bella, you have Lita, and you have the free character from last month, you can fill that middle row. Otherwise, there's not a whole heck of a lot of opportunity here for anyone to get any fills. So keep in mind as you're thinking about who you're going to put in those spots, you know, and then also think about when that Coin and Evo contest comes, that's another chance for you to spend some coin to get some feud perks. So thinking about who are the women you can put into the feud, and then what are their abilities, and then are there any perks that you can do, feud perks that you can do that would line up with their abilities. and just consider about matching those up. And then also when that Coin and Evo contest comes, another good chance to bump up your tour perks and bump up any blitz or showdown perks as well, if that's something you like to do. All right, I think that's it from me, guys. Have a good one. Talk to you soon. Bye.